What's up, you guys? Hey, hello. I am popping in with you for a moment to have a discussion, a very fun discussion. And in case anyone was wondering why I'm looking down, it is because I want to make sure if anybody comes in, I see the comments. Fantastic. Cool. Hello. All right, you guys. So I want to come and talk to you about speaking your truth. And I know that this is something that we talk a lot about and you hear a lot about in the online space, especially in regards to authenticity, vulnerability, and things like that. So speaking your truth. And this is what I want to talk about. So and as you guys come in, say hey. If you are coming over from YouTube or Facebook, let me know where you're at. Tonight, I am really excited to talk about this because I'm actually getting ready to get on a podcast and talk about speaking our truth with a bomb-ass woman. So I wanted to dive into this before I got to dive into my podcast episode. So you guys, in the last few days, I have triggered a few people by speaking my truth, right? I've had some things mirrored back to me. And in that process, I have really had to connect back within and ask myself, because here's what happens. When I speak my truth, when I speak a truth that is highest to myself and is truest and most authentic to myself and my authentic self, it comes out exactly as it is meant to come out, right? And so here's something that everybody needs to know about me. I am really blunt. I am really to the point. I am going to tell you exactly what I need to say in exactly the way I need to say it, right? I don't cookie cut or sugarcoat or do any of that stuff. So some people that comes across a little harsh, right? One of the triggers was that someone didn't like that I cussed to get my point across. And it's not that I cussed to get my point across. It's that I cuss as part of my speaking. And it's just something that's been a part of me for so long. And I cuss way less, but that's not the point. The point of the matter is that when I am truly my authentic self, yes, fuck is going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to talk like this, right? I use my hands a lot when I speak. I get really excited. I love what I'm talking about, right? This is my most authentic self. And this is how I speak my most authentic truth, because the people that it needs to resonate with, this is what they resonate with, right? They don't resonate with me going, hey, you guys, it's so nice to meet you, because that's not me and that's not my truth. So in the last, I want to say week or so, I've gotten really vocal about really speaking my truth, because a while back, about a month or so back, I set the intention that I was going to speak my truth at all times, 100%, even if people didn't like me, right? And if I was not the unfuckwithable woman, if I was not an unfuckwithable woman's coach, then I probably wouldn't do it as articulately or as vocally as I am. So let me take a second to dive into why it's so important, first and foremost, to be unfuckwithable when we speak our truth, to why I talk about being unfuckwithable, why that's the name of my business. Because here's the deal. When you are unfuckwithable, nothing can fuck with you. Literally, it does not matter what anybody says to you in this world. Nothing screws up this, because you are good. You are golden. You are solid. There ain't a thing or person on this planet that can disrupt you. And here's the deal. When you start speaking your truth, you're going to make people really fucking uncomfortable. I mean, real uncomfortable. You're going to mirror things that people don't want to see within themselves, because guess what, you guys? We are only ever here to be a direct mirror for ourselves and other people, right? We are only ever here to be a direct mirror for ourselves and other people. In fact, there was a quote that I heard today that says, I only ever want to be a direct mirror of someone's greatest possibilities, right? So I only ever hope as a coach, as a person in this world, hey, Kira, that I am a direct mirror of someone's greatest possibility in this world, right? So when we speak our truth, you guys, you are going to trigger people in this world. You are going to trigger people, and it is going to cause you sometimes to ask yourself, should I have toned that down? You guys, there were a couple times when these things happened and these people kind of came out of the woodwork, and I asked myself, gosh, should I tone this down a little bit? And I was reminded, no, you're speaking your truth, which means you're going to make people fucking uncomfortable. And you guys, when you speak your truth, you're going to make people uncomfortable. But guess what? That does not matter. Do I ever go out into this world to say anything with malicious intent to cause harm to people? No, I don't. despite what some people might think, I actually spend some time contemplating how I want to word things, not to disregard my truth, but to make sure that I am making it integratable and inclusive for everybody to be a part of the conversation, meaning that I put it in a way that's digestible so that we can actually start a discussion, because some people are not going to agree with what I have to say. But guess what? Opening my truth means being open to any and all reactions or responses that come towards it. So let me say that again. Opening yourself to your truth and your truth to the world means you are open to all responses and reactions that come to it. Does that mean you always have to respond? No. And that was another lesson, you guys. I'm going to show you a couple lessons that speaking my truth has given me, right? I don't always have to respond, you guys. We live in a really trigger happy world. We do. We live in a really trigger happy world. People are easily offended, right? People are incredibly close-minded right now. Nobody wants to hear anything that goes against their programming, their beliefs, anything. And the fact of the matter is we have forgotten a very core ideology. I don't want to say ideology because I don't want to put that label on it. Just because somebody has another belief that is different from yours does not mean that you have to accept that belief as your own. I want to say that again. Just because somebody has a belief or an ideology or a religion or whatever else it is, or a way of living life that is directly opposite and opposing your way of doing things, your belief systems, your ideology, does not mean that you have to take it on as your own. And what happens in this world is that, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. We take on other people's shit as a personal attack against our own beliefs and ideologies, when the reality is, you guys, we are walking around with our own truths. Everybody is walking around with their own truths in this world, right? And so what happens is, first and foremost, you don't have to respond. You don't have to respond. That is your truth just as much as it is my truth. Sometimes we don't have to respond, right? And here's the deal. When that trigger to react to something where someone does not necessarily agree, that is a beautiful space to dive deep. So there were a couple times where I felt triggered, you guys. I did. I felt triggered. And I had to sit in that trigger for a moment. I had to sit there and I had to go, okay, well, why is this triggering me? And it's because I felt fear. I felt fear because it challenged my belief. It challenged my truth for a moment. I had to realign myself and go, no. I thought about changing words on some posts and I go, no, you're not going to fucking do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to stop doing what you're doing. You're not going to stop saying what you're saying. Because again, aligning myself to my truth, I never say anything out of malicious intent to hurt a single soul on this planet. I am here to be the ultimate reflection of people's greatest and humanity's greatest possibility in this world, right? So, you guys, because I only have 6 minutes. When we speak our truth, you are going to trigger people. You are going to have people that don't agree with you. All right. You are going to have people that don't want to have open discussions, that don't want to hear what you have to say, that don't care. And guess what? That's okay. I'm going to give you guys a truth here, a truth. I learned this a long time ago. The things people say about me or to me is not actually a reflection of me, but a reflection of what they have going on within themselves. So when I say something that triggers somebody else, it is not because of me, myself saying it. It's because of the things that I have said that are triggering something within themselves. So you guys, when you're out here on social media and all these other things and you see things that trigger yourself, remind yourself that means that there's something coming up for you within that you now have the possibility to dive deeper into, right? So when we speak our truths, remember, people are going to come at you. So what I want you to do is I want you to speak your truth even harder, even louder. Okay. When people say, okay, when I started my business, it was called the Unfuckwithable Woman. And the only reason I shorten it is because people have a really hard time pronouncing that word. They go, what? It's like a tongue twister, right? So I never shortened it because I felt that it was demeaning or it would tarnish my name, or it would not make me look professional. But you guys, I had a lot of people tell me, well, at least a good handful or more, well, maybe that's not the right business name to call your business. You know, that might not seem professional. What happens when you want to go get funding and all these other things? And you guys, for a minute second, I thought, oh my God, maybe I do need to change it. And I was reminded like that, no. Because guess what I am? I am the unfuckwithable woman, by God, and that shit don't bother me. That shit don't bother me. Listen, I'm always open for a discussion, but the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, just like you, I got to go to sleep with myself. Nobody but myself. You have to go to sleep with yourself. You have to go to sleep with the decisions that you made every single day. You have to go to bed and know that every single day you got up and you lived in your truth and you spoke it to the loudest capabilities possible, right? And Kira, I'm looking at your comment. Yes, we do, right? We need, and you know how we hear more of this? We have more people that speak their truth, right? So why do you need to speak your truth? Because like Kira said, we need to hear more of this in the world. And remember, when you speak your truth, when you speak it loud and you speak it boldly and you speak it in a way that is absolutely freaking unfuckwithable, yes, Angela, I am cussing because I am lit on fire. You guys, this is the most on fire I've been today. People are not going to like it. You are going to scare people. People are going to feel triggered. People are going to feel threatened. People are going to come at you. People are going to say things. But guess what? That's okay. That's okay. Meet them with love. So remember this. You always have the choice to react or respond to every single thing, and you always have the choice to not respond as well. You do. You don't have to respond to every single thing. I am a huge believer in conversations, but if I cannot come to a conversation with an open heart and open mind and a way to send people off with love, no matter if it's agreed upon or not, then that is not a conversation that I need to be a part of. Because if I can't meet that person at the intersection of love, then any conversation that we choose to have going forward is not a conversation, but a two-sided debate. That's what it is. It's a pissing contest, okay? And I don't do those. I learned a long time ago, those are not the type of contest you want to get in. So you guys, you always have the choice to react or respond or not respond at all. You are always going to trigger people, but it is your duty to be a mirror for those people, okay? And at the end of the day, it is your duty to speak your truth loud, proud, and always, 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 without any doubt in who you are and the powerful, powerful spiritual being that you are. All right. So that is my live today. I challenge you to go out and speak your truth today as loudly as possible. If you got to cuss, then cuss. But do you, boo? Do you speak your truth? Lots of love, you guys. Bye.